Flushing your water heater is something that should be done annually. It helps prevent sediment and deposits from building up at the bottom, which can cause rust and corrosion and cause the water heater to fail. So this helps the longevity of your water heater, and it's very easy to do. We're first going to turn the power off. You can see from the non-contact tester that it was on. After we shut the power off at the breaker, it is in fact off. Now we'll go to the water at the water heater and turn it off. This is moving that lever from parallel to the water line to perpendicular, and it stops the flow. Very important is you will want to make sure that a hot water faucet is turned on, and it acts as kind of a pressure relief valve, so that no air pockets build up in the water line. Next, we're literally going to take the garden hose from outside and run it to the end of the street. I did not want to run it across my pavers because obviously I didn't want it to flush out any sand. And then we will just hook it up directly to the drain line in the water heater. And it looks like that. A quarter turn of this valve, the drain valve, is going to release the water, and it's going to, in theory, start flowing out. If you have any kinks, certainly make sure that you remove those, because you do want it to be as even as possible, or you want it to be as smooth as possible. And got out there, saw that there was a clog, and we'll get to that in a second. But here you can see all of the nasty sediment just coming out. This is hardened minerals from what is inside of your water, deposits that should not be in your hot water heater. They can prevent it from operating efficiently, and like I said earlier, they can cause rust and corrosion at the bottom of the water heater and cause it to leak or fail.
Look at all that buildup.
And this is everything that came out when it was all said and done. A significant amount of sediment, and it wasn't even all of it. But what I did end up finding was I had a kink in the line. So the best thing to do wasn't a kink, it was actually sediment built up in the hose. I could tell that at the end of the street there, it was very flexible. There was absolutely nothing water-wise in it. But on the other section, it was very full, so I could tell it somewhere that there was going to be a clog in this line. And we eventually got it, so I just kept creasing and kinking the hose where I thought it might be, and it eventually just started flowing and pouring out. Now, it took about 45 minutes for the entire thing to drain. And once it finally did, this is kind of a flush. I did this 2 or 3 times. You just turn the water back on for about 30 seconds and let it break up any of the sediment that might be sitting down there at the bottom, leaving the hot water valve on, or the hot water on at the faucet. And once we're all done, we're just going to close the drain valve like you saw there, remove the hose. When that hose comes with a nifty little, I don't know, hand thing to help take it off, which is all that was. But now once we've closed the drain valve, removed the garden hose, we can turn the water back on, and leaving that hot water on, that will ensure that no air pockets build up in there and they all escape. Turn the hot water back on once turn the hot water back on at the breaker once you're all done, and you must flush the water for maybe 15-20 minutes, maybe even 30 minutes, because I did not do this at first. It was about to fill a pot of water and could tell that it was a little bit murky. So I did flush it, cold water, for a little bit, and that eventually cleared it, as you can see there from the cup on the left. That's it, folks. Hope this was informative and easy, and look forward to always being a resource.